to give you all fair warning. So don't say I didn't tell you, I didn't warn you, I didn't say it to you. I may be stepping on some toes. I might even be stepping on some feet. And I might even step on some of your legs and push you a little bit. But you are the one that has to realize that you're being stepped on, and you're the one that has to move your feet. See, my job today is to give you some pieces of the puzzle for potential barriers that you may consciously or subconsciously be engaging in that are impeding your ability to demonstrate and to manifest the good that you desire to bring forth in life. Now, I'm not going to be giving you your specific answers, and I won't be giving you the solutions to your barriers, but I will be laying out some puzzle pieces, and your job is to decide if they fit and if they will create your barrier picture puzzle. Now, you all don't have the exact same puzzle, but you can use the pieces that I'm going to provide you with today to examine your individual puzzle. Now, I believe that all the answers that you need are already within you, and that you'll be guided to what your barriers are, whether I hit on them this morning or not. So what's your job? It's to be open, to listen, and whatever I'm saying, whatever resonates within you, whatever feels right, and believe it or not, whatever triggers or hits you in a way that feels uneasy, uncomfortable, doesn't feel safe, or you have some strong feelings about it, like, that's just how I am, and I can't do anything about that, or that's nonsense, you're wrong, Reverend Sharon. Isn't everybody like that? Those are the very things that you should take note of, because they are a hidden subconscious piece to your barrier puzzle. So on your seat is a pad and a pen. And anything that I say this morning that strikes a chord in you as a potential barrier, I want you to write it down on the paper, because you're going to work with this later in the next part of our experience. So everybody's got their pad and pen on the clipboard. And anything else on the clipboard but that pad and pen. So, y'all ready? Let's get started laying out those puzzle pieces. And again, I am giving you a piece of the puzzle. You're going to have to put the whole puzzle together for yourself. And just so I've said it again, let me be clear. If I step on your toes, they're just facts, and it ain't personal. I'm not calling you out. I'm not getting in your stuff. I'm just laying the facts out to you that could be some barriers to your potential to manifest what you desire in life. Oh, boy. So here's the first one. You are not open and receptive to new possibilities. It's easy to get set in our ways. Even when it's obvious that something isn't working, some of us continue to try the same thing over and over again. We keep knocking our head up against the wall, thinking that, we keep doing it. We're not going to get any different results. So often we remain closed to new ideas, new possibilities, new ways of thinking and doing things, and a new way of being. When we are open to possibilities, we instantly create opportunities for new, different, and often better outcomes than we ever could have imagined. Because the first step to growth, change, and evolution on any level is to be open to options. Once we open our eyes, our minds, and our hearts to possibilities, we become instantly aware of what's available to us. It may seem simple and obvious when we actually stop to think about it, but so often that's the very problem, is that we don't stop to think about what we're doing when we're in the midst of an experience. Here's the next one. You forget to practice self-compassion. Allow yourself grace to be human, to make mistakes, and to grow at your own pace. Forgive yourself for any pain you may have caused yourself or others, whether that's intentional or unintentional. As Reverend Drea's mom, Miss Rosita, says, be kind to yourself. See, you are a work in progress, as we all are, and it's okay to stumble and falter at times. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, remind yourself that it's a part of learning and growing. Here's the next one. You don't know how to let stuff go. You're still holding on to and carrying old negative energy, worn out ideas, guilt and shame, negativity and toxic emotions, and you're stuck in the past. This means let go and stop carrying old mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical stuff. Clear out and declutter your life. Clear out and declutter your mind of old habits, of old patterns, of old beliefs, of old thoughts, of old ideas. Clear out and declutter your physical space. And that includes some people in your life. Here's the next one. You're chasing your goals and dreams instead of aligning with them. Like myself, many of us were told to pursue your goals and dreams by working hard, hustling, getting your grind on. This is pushing against the current flow of life's rhythm and energy. It's actually forcing things instead of allowing everything to flow effortlessly to you. It is operating from a place of lack. And it is subconsciously telling yourself that you don't already have what you desire, so you have to go out and get it. You have to chase it because you don't have it. But that's not true. And that's not the truth. You already have everything that you need within you, but you have to be that thing that you desire. You have to cultivate it, nurture it, be one with it. You have to be it. Nothing exists outside of you. Everything exists within you. And sometimes the more that you chase a thing, the more it runs from you. You are sending out the wrong invitation. That's the next one. You know, we send out invitations all the time. Birthday parties, barbecues, weddings. But you're sending out the wrong invitation. You're inviting the energy of tough times into your life instead of inviting ease, grace, and divine order into the daily flow of every area of your life. You're inviting the energy of hard work into your life instead of inviting inspiration, creativity, and discernment into your solutions. Because sometimes you need to work smarter and not harder. You're inviting the energy of chaos, disruption, and confusion into your life instead of inviting peace, clarity, and order. You're inviting the energy of separation, division, and duality into your life instead of inviting oneness, unity, and harmony. Here's the next one. You aren't excited about your life. We all know about having an attitude of gratitude. But what about having an attitude of excitement, of wonder, of curiosity, of awe and enthusiasm about your life? See, you walking around down in the drums, down in the doldrums, and you refuse to look up and to see how alive and how exciting life is. All you can see is how hard things are, how tough it is. You can't make it. You just got out of the bed. Thank God you ain't in pain this morning. Where is the excitement? Where is the joy? Where is the wonder? Where is the curiosity about life that's all around you? You ain't even looking up. You ain't excited. Learn to shift your focus. This is a big one. Shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do have and what you desire to have. Count blessings the same way that you count what you want and what you think you need. Shift your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right in your life. Because some of you can list who and what's wrong all day long, but you struggle to find one thing that's right with your life, with your world, with other people, with the traffic, with the grocery store, with your doctor, with your mama, with your children. It's all what's wrong. Ain't nothing right because you can't find it. Shift your focus. Here's the next one. Who's in your tribe? Who's in your tribe? Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with most of the time? Are they people who are closed-minded, energy-stealing, worriers? Are they rigid? Are they pessimistic? Or are you associating with optimistic, uplifting, inspiring, and positive folks? You have a choice about who you let into your life. And the people in your life say something about you. It doesn't say anything about them. Now, somebody out there is saying, well, that's exactly why I stay to myself. That's why I don't bother with nobody. Because you know how people can be, honey. That's why, you know I don't mess with nobody. I stay at my home alone. That's your barrier. That's your barrier right there. You don't have a tribe because you think that folks are too messy. They're too untrustworthy. They're too whatever. You think that you can do it alone. And so you stay to yourself. You stay away from Living Truth 365 and the very people who can positively and lovingly support you when you're going through an experience, when you're feeling lost, alone, and unsupported. Celebrate good times. You don't celebrate your successes, be they big or small. You don't feel proud of yourself and give yourself a pat on the back, a atta girl, a atta boy, good job. You don't acknowledge how far you've come, your accomplishments when you've done a good job. And we understand that right here at Living Truth 365 because that's something that the Revs and I have come to learn. And we're learning how to celebrate ourselves and how to celebrate Living Truth 365. Yeah, I'm going to say this next one. You need to grow up. You're still holding on to the memories, the meanings, the beliefs, the thoughts, and ideas that you formed from when you was a child. The things that came from your parents, your culture, your experiences. You're holding on to juvenile ideas and beliefs around money, relationships, work, worthiness, love, and the world. You're still holding on to childish beliefs about what's right and what's wrong, what's fair, what ain't fair, about who you are, and even naive beliefs and ideas about God. Those beliefs, memories, meanings, thoughts, and ideas, they weren't necessarily true back then, but you have allowed them to shape your entire life. And unless you consciously and intentionally do your work to transform and expand your consciousness, those voices, those thoughts, those beliefs, those memories and ideas will remain active in your subconscious mind. Am I close to your feet yet? You want the money, but you aren't giving the value. Let me say that again. You want the money, but you ain't giving the value. Now, for this one, I'm going to use the law of cause and effect. You want to be a millionaire, and you think that you can just affirm it, think it, believe it, and manifest it. But you don't understand that that is a getting something for nothing mindset. Now, $1 million can easily be manifested when you give something that creates $1 million in value to the world. See, the ideas, the thoughts, the creativity, the business, the service that you provide, that is the cause. And the $1 million, That is the effect. And then according to the law, you can't help but be a millionaire. When you give value, then you're going to get the money. All right, here's the next one. You are afraid to push past your fears. You're afraid to take a risk, to do something different, to do something you've never done before. Fear is an understandable reaction to uncertainty, but fear does not have to control you. Fear is just a feeling. It is not a predictor of what will happen. So stop being fearful and become fearless. Here's the next one. You have a scarcity mindset. I'm going to say it again. You have a scarcity mindset. Somewhere in your mind is a deep-seated fear and limiting belief that there is not enough. You don't have enough. Your mama didn't have enough. You won't have enough. You didn't have enough in the past, and you won't have enough in the future. Listen, you don't even know what enough is, but you keep talking about what you don't have, and it's not enough. The truth is, in this present moment, there is enough, and you have enough. You have always had enough, and you will always have enough. There will always be enough because there is an infinite amount of every good thing always available at all times, and you will always be taken care of. When you know this, you will always be in alignment with the law of abundance. Here's the next one. You're too comfortable in your comfort zone. You are too comfortable in your comfort zone. You are resistant to growth, change, expansion. Change is inevitable. Everything changes. When you refuse to change, then you are refusing to live. And that is akin to a living death. Be willing to release and walk away from any situation, any person, any challenge that's no longer working for you. Some of you don't want to let go of whatever that thing is because you're too comfortable. You're afraid of what will happen. You don't want to face what's ahead of you. You're too afraid of being alone and having to face yourself. You think that what you know is better, easier, predictable, or less work than what you don't know. Get uncomfortable and break down the barriers that might be holding you back, especially those self-imposed walls that aren't even real. Oh, here we go. You keep playing small with a big God. Let me say that again. You keep playing small with a big God. You play yourself, your dreams, and your visions, and your purpose too small. God is infinite and limitless. There's nothing small about God. You say things like, I just need a little bit. It doesn't take a whole lot to satisfy me and make me happy. Why dream big when it's not going to happen anyway? There are other people who are more deserving than I am. You talk yourself out of stepping up and showing your gifts and talents to the world powerfully, proudly, and prominently. Or as they used to say, you don't want to show up large and in charge. You lack vision. You lack vision. You won't see it until you can see it. You are unable to visualize and see what you desire. You need to learn to fully use your power of visualization to manifest your good. Because visualization activates and aligns the creative power and energy of the universe. Now, some of you, you can say, I have a vision. Yeah, you got a vision, but you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan to implement your vision and to take inspired action. You need the vision, the plan, and the action to work together with universal law. Here's one for you. You don't trust or use your intuition. Some of y'all don't even know what your intuition feels like. You don't even know you got an intuition. You don't pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the dreams, the gut feelings and subtle messages the universe is sending you, because these are the guideposts that are nudging you along the way and along the path of whatever it is that you're affirming so that you can manifest it. You're impatient. You are too impatient. It's easy to become impatient when things don't go your way, the plans fall apart. You don't have patience with people, with challenging situations and conditions. You don't have patience with yourself. You don't even have patience with God. You want when you want them, and you aren't willing to wait until it is the divinely appointed time for it to happen to you because you're impatient. You need to mind your mind. Mind your mind. You don't have control over your mind, over your thoughts, or the words you speak. You're listening to the negative thoughts and the voices in your head. You're listening to your inner critic. You're listening to your fears. You're entangled in the stories that you create and you believe about what's possible or impossible for you to do, to be, or to have. You continue to build on the narratives around your victimhood, how awful the world is, how bad people are, how unpleasant the circumstances and situations are that you experience every single day. Oh, poor you. You don't know how to learn to let go of things you can't control. You aren't responsible for other people, for what they do, what they don't have, what they don't do. Stop carrying the burden and assuming responsibility for other people, especially your grown kids, your grandkids, your loved ones, your family. Allow people the ability to learn their lessons on their own. Stop trying to make their bed soft or prevent them from falling. If they fall and don't get up, that's on them. It's their journey. It ain't your journey, and they have to learn those lessons for themselves, because you are not preventing the lesson. You are only stopping their growth. You're too attached. You're too attached. Learn to release your attachment to the outcome, to the timelines, and how and when you're going to demonstrate your goals and dreams. Foster an attitude of detachment. It'll show up in divine order. Detachment shows a trust inherent in the universe. It allows you to release control with grace and with acceptance, and to surrender to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond your limited perception. This doesn't mean that you're giving up. It means that you are opening up to something new. It means accepting that maybe that thing, whatever it is not for you. It's not for you at this time right now. And you understand that there's something bigger and better in store for you. Here's a big one. Perfection. Perfection isn't perfection. Perfection isn't perfect. You keep looking for perfection in life, in yourself, and in others, and you're never going to find it. You're trying to be somebody else's idea of perfection. You're too hard on yourself, and you need to stop comparing yourself to others, to who you think they are, to what you think they have, and how you think their life is. Because perfection isn't always perfect, and your idea of perfection, it doesn't even exist. God's idea of perfection is what exists. You are your own individualized, unique expression of God, and you were perfectly created. There's no other perfection except the perfection that God created, and that's you. And it's not how you view that perfection, it's how God created it. Fire, sister. You don't practice what you preach. You can say all the wonderful quotes and affirmations and namastes all day long. You know it all, but you aren't implementing it in your life or doing your own work. You don't have the spiritual practices that are part of your daily routine. You can talk a good talk, and it sounds real good, but what you say and what you do are two different things. Practice what you preach. You don't watch your mouth. You know that there's power in the words that we speak. And what you're speaking into existence, you need to watch your mouth to be aware of. So, what are you speaking into existence in your life? How are you talking to yourself? How are you limiting, identifying, or labeling yourself? Are you speaking downwards, telling yourself you're not good enough, smart enough? Are you crying mouth? What are you adding to your I am? Watch how you talk and watch your mouth. Mind your emotions. Pay attention to those emotions that make you uncomfortable, anxious, stressed. Those emotions are revealing your hidden fears. When we are pushed out of our comfort zone and we feel anxiety and doubt and worry and regret, that's how fear is showing up. And it's showing us that we're not thinking and acting from truth, but we're responding from a fear-based place. Therefore, you need to examine that emotion to get to the root of it so it can be eradicated with truth. Let me give you another one. You got trust. What can I say? You don't trust others, you don't trust yourself, and you don't trust God. And in some instances, let me just break it down to you. You probably aren't trustworthy to others. You ain't even trustworthy to yourself. Here's one. Been there, done that. You've seen this all before, and you already know how it's going to turn out. It's happened to you in the past, and you already see where it's going. You already know how it's going to go wrong. You know those kind of people, and you know how they're going to behave. You done seen it. You done been there. You done that. This ain't nothing new. That's the mentality you take. Instead of opening your eyes and seeing it for what it is, calling it the way that you want it to be. But nah, you're going back to what you've seen in the past, what you done in the past. You done been there, you done seen that, you done that. It ain't nothing new for you, but it is. Okay, here's a big one. It ain't you. You blame others and lack accountability for yourself. You have an overwhelming sense of what's fair, what's unjust, and what's wrong. You're always a victim. Somebody's always doing something to you. They're working against you. Something's always going wrong. And no matter what you do, it's just not working out for you. And of course, it ain't never your fault. No. You give up. You give up before the demonstration of your manifestation appears. And here's the last one I'm going to give you. Do you know the answer? So here's the question. If you aren't your answers, who is and where are your answers? Now I'm going to give you this last one. You want somebody else to do for you what you're unwilling to do for yourself. I said it. So those are the puzzle pieces. And with that last puzzle piece in mind, this is the part where no one but you can do the work. Nobody else can do it but you. And so we're now going to move into a writing exercise. And what I want you to do is I want you to take some time now to reflect on those barrier puzzle pieces that I've shared with you this morning. And then I want you to then come up with those barriers that you have discerned from my talk and from whatever notes that you've taken. Attached to the clipboard are no, I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to tell you, go to the YouTube channel and you're going to find some additional barrier puzzle pieces that I'm going to record later on today for you. Reverend Terry, do we have those puzzle pieces to put on the board, on the screen?
I just need a moment to do it.
Thank you. So what I want you to do is to begin that writing exercise. Again, what you're going to do is reflect on the barrier puzzle pieces that I've shared with you. And then come up with those barriers that you have discerned from my talk and from whatever notes that you've taken. So you're writing out your barriers. And when you're done writing those barriers out, I want you to transfer them onto that wooden board that is underneath your seat. Okay? So you're going to reflect on the barrier puzzle pieces that I've shared with you. Come up with those barriers that you've discerned from my talk and from whatever notes that you've taken. And then you're going to write them out and transfer them onto that wooden board under your seat. And you've got about, let's see, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do that. Okay? 10 minutes to do that. All right. Reverend Terry. Wait. So have you put everything on your board yet? You still writing your notes? All right, we're gonna give you some more time. Let me know.
I'm not told they have a choice. Well, good afternoon at this point. So what do y'all think about the fire that Reverend Sharon brought? Did she step on? I heard she broke some ankles. And some knees too, huh? Kneecaps.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now that Reverend Sharon has broke some things on you, we're going to give you a chance to break some boards and break some barriers. So breaking boards, we did this before back in December. How many of you were here for that? Looks like everybody. All right. So one thing that we're going to do a little bit different today, and this is optional up to you. First of all, I'm going to say If you are not comfortable with breaking a board, nobody's making you do it. This is all on you and what you'd like to do. You have the option today of breaking one, or if you want to push it some more, breaking two. So that's going to be your choice. If you feel like you can do two, give it a shot. If you're comfortable with one, it's going to accomplish the same thing. The idea is that you are going to break a barrier that seems like it's unbreakable. So I've got mine here, and I've written my things that I want to break through, and I've got two that I'm going to give a shot to. I have no doubt that I can do it, but I have never tried it before.
So wait. So before you decide to break your board, you have a consent waiver on that clipboard. Sign it, bring it up, and then you can break your board.
Does it come with manicure?
Ha, 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 ha.
Manicures and pedicures. And so after you've signed that, I just want you to look up at me or look up toward me. I'm going to walk you through what you're going to need to do when you come up here. Okay, so you're going to take the hand that you're going to use to break the board, and you're going to make what they call a knife hand and take the thumb and tuck it in. Important to tuck the thumb in. Now, alternatively, if you're not comfortable with that, you can use what they call a hammer fist, where you're going to use the fleshy part of your hand to break. If you do this, the thumb does not go inside, down and on the outside. The important thing when you're doing this is not to see that you're going to strike here at the board surface, but actually you're aiming for a couple of inches below it, 5 or 6 inches below it. You need to be able to see this in your mind, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to bring the hand back and come down on the boards and break them. So I'm going to do it to demonstrate. I'm working with two, as I said.
And Reverend Sharon is working with two.
Some people always are trying to do one-upmanship. All right, so we're going to practice.
Didn't work. Go ahead, Terry.
So I'm going to
So whenever you're ready, let's see. No. So let's try one. Ha ha! Cause I'm not a master black belt. What you say, Jada? What do you mean it's nothing on mine?
You haven't written anything on it.
It's in my soul.
Reverend Sharon,
Yes.
as you're coming down, try bending your knees into it.
Oh, child, my knee, my knee, my knee, my knee. Ha! My knee won't give. My knee is not cooperating today. So, it's not time for me to break a board. I'm going to invite you up to do your board work.
So beneath your chairs, there should be a board. Please bring it up with you.
you leave here without giving you an assignment, some homework. You know, that is the teacher in me. You're going to have an assignment to work on. So on your clipboard, there's a sheet of paper that says the Cartesian question handout. Those are 4 Cartesian questions. And this is an exercise for you to take home to complete. And if you are a part of the barrier breaking program, I want you to share your answers with your accountability partner. These questions were designed to help you pull out your subconscious barriers and areas of resistance into the light of truth so that you can deal with it, feel inspired by it, and break through it. So those are the 4 Cartesian questions that you're going to take home, reflect on, answer, share with your accountability partner. And if you're not in the barrier breaking program, I say do it anyway because it's going to help you to break through your barriers.
So, Reverend Sharon,
yes.
How can we get those that might be watching us online? We want to put it on the website.
We will have it on our website,
so
which
be on the Breaking Barrier page. It
certainly will be on the Breaking Barrier page on our website. Thank you for that, Reverend Terry. And Reverend Jada, I'm going to ask you to come out and do the announcements. Come up and do the announcements for me. You know what? I'll do it. I'm right here. I can finish that up. So, we having a special Mother's Day service next week. It is Wisdom from the Elders. Reverend Cheryl Johnson, Reverend Dolores Voorhees, and Dr. Josephine Sanders will be on our panel. They're going to be talking to us about motherhood, womanhood, spirituality, marriage, relationships, child rearing. They're going to just give us some sage wisdom from our elders that I think we might need to hear. So you don't want to miss this. It is next Sunday, 11 a.m., with these 3 beautiful and talented, gifted women. Wisdom from the Elders. And then, of course, Dr. Rocco Errico will be here on Sunday, May 19th at 11 a.m. As always, he is the leading Aramaic biblical scholar throughout the world. We're lucky to have him here. You don't want to miss the gems that he's going to give you from the Near Eastern world as he interprets the Bible. And before I do that, I want to make an announcement. There's a new format coming here at Living Truth 365. Beginning June, Living 365 is changing our format because you ask for it and we're going to give it to you. We will only be open for in-person services twice a month, on the first and on the third Sundays. You will still be able to watch our broadcasts of all our services, including new lessons from Dr. Rocco Errico on our YouTube channel. But we will only be here in this space, live and in living color, on the first and the third Sundays of each month. First and third Sundays. Coming is not that Sunday, and you're going to be the doors are locked. Where they at? Ain't no cars in the parking lot. So, our time for our gift of circulation and sharing. You know that we have Tithely, which is a one-time setup. Text and give to 470-243-2191. Wait for the text reply, click on the link and create your account, and you can make your gift of circulation and sharing anytime that you want to because it is simple and convenient for you to use. We have Cash App as a wonderful way that you can pay your tithes, offerings, and gifts of circulations. Our handle is $LT365. That's $LT365. We also have Zelle. Set up LT365 as a payee using livingtruth365@gmail.com. Create a payment marked repeating payment and contact your bank for specifics on how you can become a sustaining member of Living Truth 365.
And Reverend Sharon,
yes,
they can use that just for
Yes, you
It doesn't
can.
necessarily have to be for recurring giving. It's an additional way, but if you want to do recurring giving, that's the best way we've got for you to be able to do it. No cost to you, no cost to us.
That is Zelle.
Set it and forget it.
Yes, set it and forget it. So if you've all done your gifts of circulation and sharing, we're going to repeat our gift of circulation affirmation 3 times. There is no lack or limitation. There is only infinite abundance. And through my giving, I tap into the infinite flow, and I am one with it. Again, there is no lack or limitation. There is only infinite abundance. And through my giving, I tap into the infinite flow, and I am one with it. Again, there is no lack or limitations. There is only infinite abundance. And in my giving, I tap into the infinite flow, and I am one with it. All right. I am tapping infinite prosperity and sharing. I am tapping infinite prosperity and sharing. I am tapping infinite prosperity and sharing, and so it is. Okay. So, Living Truth family and friends, you took another big step today to break through your barriers, and that's specifically those barriers to your manifestation and demonstration. Doing this says that you are ready, you're willing to release those subconscious thoughts and beliefs and habits and patterns that no longer serve you, so that you can easily step into what you want to truly demonstrate in your life. And it also says to me that you already know the answer to the puzzle piece that I asked earlier. And that question was, if you aren't your answers, who is? And where are your answers? Identifying your barriers and breaking through your board says loud and clearly to me that you know that you are your answers, and you know that your answers are within you. And today, you are willing to break your barriers and to prove it, not to just yourself, but to the universe. When you symbolically stepped up to identify, to be open, to listen to spirit and your sense of intuition that tells you what you need to break through. Not anybody else, but just you. And you symbolically did it by breaking through your board today. So I am in awe of you and the work that you've done. And so I say good job to each and every one of you. Namaste. Have a beautiful week. And we're going to repeat the barrier breaking affirmation 3 times. Oh, Moments in Meditation every Thursday, 7 p.m. by Zoom. How did I forget that? Dr. Rocca's Nora Foundation, his Aramaic classes online, Saturdays and Wednesdays. Breakthrough calls, 7 a.m. every Friday, especially if you're in the barrier breaking program. You don't want to miss that. We're still supporting Tandy and his play Natural Woman at the Lakewood Theater, I think it's called. Crossroads, thank you. And it's May 12th through the 19th, so you don't have a lot of time left before the show will leave. It's based on the life of the wonderful Aretha Franklin. Troop Trekkers, you know they're going out Saturday, the 18th of May at 9 a.m. They are going to Island Ford Unit, Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area. That is the 18th of May. You want to go out and enjoy nature with the Troop Trekkers. We're releasing what no longer serves us by donating your old electronics, your cell phones, your laptops, your computers, and your eyeglasses, because we're going to bless someone else with those things. Get your weapon tees. Reverend Terry got one on. If you haven't gotten one, get your weapon tees. Get your barrier breaking merchandise today. We've got it on our website. This is our website, www.livingtruth365.org. And our barrier breaking affirmation. Stand up And say it 3 times. There are no barriers in God. Therefore, there can be no barriers in me. There are no barriers in God. Therefore, there can be no barriers in me. Stop. You broke a board. I think you let go of some of them barriers. So now say it because that's true for you. I hope. There are no barriers in God. Therefore, there can be no barriers in me. And so it is. Now, namaste, and have a wonderful week. Peace and blessings, y'all.